welcome back, guys. Over the break, I just stirred up the salsa just a little bit. Looks like it's coming along pretty nicely. You can see that the tomatoes have cooked down, the onions are nice and soft, the peppers are soft, so that's coming along really, really well. Now the next thing I'm going to show you is the next ingredient for the salsa. These are the chipotle peppers I had mentioned earlier. These are always served in small cans at the grocery store, and this is kind of what they look like. They're a little messy to work with, but you can see it's a whole pepper. The sauce on there is really, really smoky. It lends a lot of nice flavor to the salsa. So the way you want to prepare these is you want to just put it on your cutting board and just slice them really, really quickly into little strips. Now if you wanted to get really, really fancy, you could take all the seeds out. That'll take away some of the heat as well. But like I said, I like things spicy, so I'm going to leave them in there. And if you don't use all of the chipotle peppers in the can, you can actually just store them in an airtight container and they keep pretty well. My friend Chris likes to use them in his quesadillas. He puts a little bit of ham and cheese in there and says it works out really well, so you can give that a try too. So I'm just going to add these to the salsa. Slide those in there. All right, we just want to stir those peppers into our salsa. And you'll notice that as soon as they start cooking, as soon as they hit the heat, you'll get that nice smoky aroma that fills your kitchen. It smells so good. All right, let that sit for a minute. I'm gonna check on my sweet potatoes one more time. They look like they're working pretty nicely. Yeah, they're getting nice and soft. I'll give them about another 5 minutes. So in the meantime, I'm gonna get started on the pork. I have the pork in the fridge here. Grab some butter while I'm here. Now these are some nice lean pork chops that I picked up at our local grocery store. Make sure that you do wash these off as soon as you get them home, and dry them off a little bit too, because when you do a dry rub on pork, you want it to be able to stick. So if it's too moist, the rub will slide right off. So these have already been washed, they've been in the fridge. So what we want to do with those is just get the rub that we prepared earlier. And a plate, so I can use this plate here. And this is the rub that we made up earlier. Just give that a nice stir, make sure everything's mixed. What I usually do when I rub meat is I sprinkle a little bit on the bottom of the plate I'm using. And then just kind of slide the pork in there. Press it down to make sure everything's sticking just like that. And if you see parts that are not covered, just sprinkle a little more on there. What's great about this rub is that it's got lots of flavor, but it doesn't really overpower the meat, so feel free to use a lot and get it stuck. Do the same thing with the other side. Get some rub on there. Make sure press it into the meat pretty well, just like that. And it picks up that nice bright orange color from the turmeric that we added. All right, so that's good. Anything that doesn't stick will just slide right off, so that's not a big deal. Just brush off my hands a little bit. We'll get these on our grill pan. The grill pan I have set up over here has been heating on high since over the break. I wanted to make sure that the grill was nice and hot so that we can get things started. So you just want to lay these right on the pan. Whew, you can smell the nice smoky rub being cooked. They're looking pretty good. Yeah, that looks nice. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the black beans now. Just toss them right on in. Beautiful colors on that dish. All right, that looks good. Now it looks a little dry, so we're going to add the lime juice from the lime that I sliced earlier. So you just want to just take both halves, pull them right over the pan, and give them a quick squeeze. There we go. Smells incredible. Just do the other side as well. There we go. I'm going to turn down the heat a little bit on that as well. Turn it to about medium so it cooks a little slowly. Give my hands a quick rinse. All right, I think it's about time to get our sweet potatoes out of the oven. Those are going to be hot, so let me grab a pot holder for those. Okay. Grab some tongs too. Want to be really, really careful pulling these out because they are going to be hot, hot, hot. Nice. All right, got a pan here. All right, and you can see while they've been cooking that some of the sugars from the potato have kind of oozed out. That way you know the potato's cooking because you get that nice caramelized color on the potatoes. So you just want to put this into a baking dish and let those sit for a minute to cool off. I'm going to take one more quick break. When we come back, I'll finish up the salsa. Hopefully the pork chops will be done and we'll show how everything comes together. Stick around.